Hi, this is my card art. We will be making a dragon shaker card. I'm using a beautiful stamp set created by Local King Rubber Stamp. I absolutely love this company. It's a small company with big creations and fantastic ideas. They also have different types of markers and they work extremely well with the rubber stamps. I'm also using this card right here that I will be stamping the image on, and this is HP photo paper. It has a nice glossy finish. This will create the dragon to look exactly the way I want it. I'm using the markers from Local King Rubber Stamp, and I will be showing those to you guys later in this video. She has, Lisa, the creator of Local King Rubber Stamp, this wonderful way of creating her cards using her stamps. And the way she does it is she actually colors the stamp first, and then she stamps that out. So you don't have to color the image and do all the details. You basically color your stamp. And her markers are fantastic for this. She has terrific videos. Please go ahead and look at her things. She can teach you wonderful tricks. And I highly recommend you subscribing to her. I will put a link below so you guys can find her. So this is just my quick demonstration that what she taught me does work. So basically the whole idea is you're creating a layered effect on your stamp. You're using light colors and you build them up, and then you go to darker and darker and darker. And what I do is I create a base color, and then afterwards I go ahead and go in with a little bit darker color, a little bit darker, and a little bit darker. So I just pick these colors, something very simple. I don't want my dragon to be too crazy colored because I'm going to be using a very unique background image, but it will become magical once you see how easy it is as you apply the different colors and layer them together. I'm stamping the image out, and you see it's all colored in. Now there is a die that comes with this as well, and it's very, very close to the image. So you have a nice die with it, a good cut. It doesn't have a lot of empty spaces. And again, Lisa at Local King Rubber Stamp has a ton of tutorials. I really, really recommend you guys watching her videos. I am using a Big Shot machine, and I have a tip here for you. A lot of times you want to emboss something and you have to change out pads and do this and do that. Here, as you could see, those bubble wrappers, they're actually envelopes. When I get a package, I cut them up and I use those in my Big Shot machine, and I'm able to go ahead and layer the die and then the paper and then the packaging envelope, and then again my see-through pressing thingy, that acrylic pad. And then what it does, it actually cuts out my image a lot better, and it also embosses. So it makes things a lot easier, and then I could just throw it away. And since those packages come all the time anyhow, might as well make use of them. You can see my machine is really, really old. I have been using this for a very long time. It travels with me. It's been through suitcases, airports, and everything, and it still works. Anyhow, I'm taking the die off the paper, and I adhere this with washi tape, and I'm just removing little pieces of paper in between the die. Again, it's really nice and detailed, and then this image will be going on my card. And you can see it's all colored in, and here are the markers again. Now, what I'm showing you here is I'm going to be doing something different with these markers. I don't know if you guys know, but this is a wonderful, basically washable marker set. And again, it's by Local King Rubber Stamp. It has beautiful colors. It has 60 of them inside this package. It comes its own package, and it has its own case. It has really good plastic little gripper thingies that hold your markers together, and it's very durable. Again, this travels very well, and I have used it a lot. And what's nice about it is once you close it up, you have those two snapping parts. They snap in, and you have a carrying case, so it makes it really easy. And it's easy to go through customs. I've never had any problems with it. Now, I'm using this beautiful card here, and as you can see, it has a lot of white on it. So what I'm doing here is I wanted to create something a little bit different. I'm going to do the shaker element, but I wanted you guys to see something. Now, this piece right here, it's from My Favorite Things, and this is basically what you can use for your shaker card creation, and I'm going to be putting my dragon on top. But before I do that, I wanted to do a little something else with this card. I wanted to make it a little bit more personal. So what I did is, watch, I took those markers and I put it on the brush, and you can use them to create this effect. All you do is brush up on the paper, with the color that you have put onto the brush. So in other words, take your marker, put it on the brush, and start rubbing it on your paper. Look how easy that is. So instead of using a stamp pad and pulling out all kinds of things, you can actually use it for this purpose. I just wiped off the extra ink that would be on the gold. And now I'm ready to create my shaker element. So what I'm doing here is I'm actually tapping on the top of the lid so the glitter doesn't go everywhere. As you know, glitter goes all over the place. And I'm trying to put it in one specific area in the middle. So once I do put on the shaker element, that round plastic, it's going to adhere to the card really, really well. So I'm just testing it out and double checking everything so it is where I would like it to be. You can create with any colors you'd like. I just kind of picked what I wanted to do. Remember, my card art is your card art, so you can create anything that you want. It is, after all, your art, your creation. I found out that the hot glue gun works really well when it comes to adhering any shaker cards. I just clean the tip to make sure it's nice and clean. And I'm going around it so it has a good seal once I press it onto the paper. You don't want to leave any little areas out because that's how the glitter is going to come and basically come out of the card. And then next thing you know, the recipient of the card will have glitter everywhere and they will be talking about you, but not in a nice way. Yeah, you don't want that. So just use the hot glue exactly all over the edges. And then that way you get a nice adhering to the card. I'm tapping it in the middle just to distribute some of that powder. And guess what? Here's another tip. You recognize that, don't you? That is your cutting plate from the Big Shot machine. It works really, really well. The black foam on the bottom is just to help me create a squishy part on the bottom so I can press down well and create that nice squishy area so I can go ahead and make sure that shaker element is sticking really well to the card. So now what I'm doing is I'm just putting on some nice little gems. They come in stripes, and then you can actually tear them out of your plastic sheet, tear them off, I should say, off your plastic sheet, and put them in a nice circle. Now what I like about these, they already have the glue on them, so you do not have to go and glue each and every single one of those gems because, oh, that would be horrible. I would not do that. That would be a lot of work. Well, I take that back. Maybe I would do that. I do like a lot of details. But what's nice about it is they do stick, but if you have to adjust them as you saw earlier, you can. So what I'm doing is I'm just creating the edges to create that little, glitter and whatnot, make it a little bit more colorful. And I'm going in a circle, and that kind of covers up the edge where the glue was on the shaker card, on the plastic. And I'm basically pressing them down, and I'm kind of eyeballing where the next little section should be roughly, and just tear it off. So what's nice is you don't have to use any scissors, you just tear it, hand tear. And it's very user friendly. A lot of people sell these, many companies have them, so just look around for them. They're basically all over the internet. And what I did here is two of the gems got stuck together, so I had to rip them off. I could not undo them, so I was like, okay, whatever, I'm just gonna throw them away. Yes, it's two gems. You heard me. I threw them away. It's not earth, disaster happening here. So yeah, you can throw things out. Us crafters don't like to do that, but I did. So I pressed it all down. And in the middle, I have that nice glitter effect. So I'm taking this dragon, but since this plastic has a little bit of a raised area on top, if you were to put anything on it, well, part of it on the edge is going to be a lot, higher versus the one in the middle. So what you want to do is actually, the one on the edge will be lower and the one in the middle will be higher. So what I'm trying to do is here on the dragon's tail, you see, I'm adding the 3D bumpers so the tail can be higher and it will be flush. In other words, in the same layer and in line with the plastic. So that's why I was keep on putting them, down and up and trying to figure out where those little 3D glue sticks are, those little glue thingies go. So what I did is I just basically removed the backing. And again, these have already the glue on them. But as you guys know, there are bloopers and there are oopsies in my videos because I really want you to see the real creation. And, if I goof with something, well, oh well. I'm going to show it to you because I'm sure I'm not the only one that happens to. So what happened here is I'm trying to take off that little plastic piece, and then I don't know how, but the entire glue just came off with it. I'm like, oh geez, okay, great. So on the other pieces, the little sticky parts stuck just fine, but on that one piece, no, of course not. So I basically tore off all the glue, so I would have one little 3D bumper without the glue on. So there's an easy fix to it. Don't try to go ahead and remove it and try to figure anything crazy out. What I actually do on cases like that is I add either regular clear glue, or here I just had the hot glue gun handy. So why not just put a little bit of a dabber on top, and that's it. And you have a nice set of glue right there on top. And what I did is I just pressed my dragon down, and voila, you have your shaker card. Check this out. Everything moves, nothing's coming out. It's a super easy card. And this is why I really like Lisa's creations with Local King rubber stamp, because her designs are so unique. I mean, look how easy this was. Honestly, you guys can so do this with any of your stamps that you have at home or any of your creations. Just get a little nice card background, put a little bit of a window on there, and make your shaker card. Guys, thank you for watching. Please subscribe. I will have a lot more videos, and I hope you liked everything that you see here, and I welcome your comments. Have a great day. Bye.